Alright guys, it's time. I am back. It's been a while. I don't really have any good excuse. Life gets in the way, and I don't feel like doing it. But today, we're going to be proving Microsoft wrong. This is a computer. It is not the computer it says it is. But if you do want to see the computer that it says it is, in another video, tell me. The original computer had an AMD Athlon 64X2, Windows Vista, and some sort of NVIDIA graphics onboard chip. The motherboard for it's actually right there. And then there's some other computer parts. But inside of here is a Dell XPS 8100 that originally had a completely different graphics card from what's in it, which is this, which I believe is an ATI Radeon HD 5770, which has 1 gig of VRAM. The graphics card that's in it is better in a such way that it has DirectX 12. It is a GeForce GTX 550 Ti. That is the monitor. You will see what's inside this computer in just a moment. This computer, if I can get into the BIOS before it boots into the OS, go into the BIOS, is rather old. As you can see, this isn't even UEFI. It has no secure boot. It's Dell XPS 8100, 2009, first gen i7-870, so it's a 4-core, 8-thread CPU. I believe it caps out at 3.6 gigahertz, which actually isn't too bad. It's pretty capable. Has 16 gigs of 1333 DDR3 RAM. I actually put an SSD in this thing. It doesn't have secure boot, none of that, but it is booting into Windows 11. And it boots up considerably fast. Now, there are many pros of doing this to an old PC that is capable. Like, you don't have e-waste. I made a tutorial on how to do this before, and I will link it in the description, because I don't feel like making another one for no reason. As you can see, I started installing some games on here. But we are connected to internet. I have some games that are not installed, but it is indeed running Windows 11. And don't even complain to me about me not having any stand for my phone. You know, if I get 150 subscribers, I'll buy one. How about that? We have a 550 Ti with 1 gig of VRAM, although it does support DirectX 12. But its driver is from, as you can see, 2018. We are running DDR3. It doesn't even recognize that it's DDR3, but I know it's DDR3 because I put it in there. 16 gigs, which is the Maxis motherboard and chipset, plus the CPU will support at 1333 megahertz. It's got a hard disk drive in it, which isn't really being used, and the SSD, which is a T-Force SSD, which is why it booted ridiculously fast. It actually boots as fast as my main PC. Although, given my main PC takes longer because I put a delay on it, because I couldn't even get, like, into the BIOS because it booted so fast. But that PC boots up in probably 15 seconds. Without that, it was like 3. It has a USB Wi-Fi card in it. It has an actual Wi-Fi card in it, but it's not working. But, as you can see, this is running Windows 11 all fine and well. Everything's pretty snappy. Things load fast. Steam works. Come on. Steam, come on. Steam is notoriously slow, anyways. This is, if you look at it, the animations are smooth. Now, I do understand there are some downsides of installing on hardware like this with Windows 11. first of all, even though this is still very capable hardware for Windows and daily use, the downside is it doesn't have UEFI, Secure Boot, or TPM whatsoever. So, overall, it's just way less secure. But given for the average user, most of that doesn't really matter. But, if you have a computer, 2015 or newer, most of the time it will have TPM 1.2, which you can use a registry tweak, which I probably should make a tutorial on, in another video of course, to get Windows 11 on it, and you can just upgrade from what you already have, although I definitely suggest having an SSD, because Windows 11, you do not want to run it on a hard drive. It is the slowest thing I have ever seen. And I've seen some pretty slow computers. But, to be honest, this is running pretty fast. So, what we're gonna do from here is we're gonna... dang it. I have to update it. That's no good. Guys, I'll resume the video when this is updated. It's been about a minute. This is a 50.5 megabit update. Actually, megabyte. I stand corrected. But, as you can see, what's making it so slow is that a megabit is 8 times less than a megabyte. So, that's pretty small. I just realized I flipped you off. Sorry, guys. But it's just not all that great. Although, to be clear, my Wi-Fi card is that, and God knows how old it is, because that Wi-Fi card, for whatever reason, just does not have drivers for Windows 11, unfortunately. Alright, it looks like it's finished. We're about to go into it. And yes, this is GTA 5 Enhanced. We are going to go to settings real quick. For absolutely no reason. Where was the cloud stuff? Yeah, I can't remember. But we're not gonna care. I'm gonna switch this to... yeah. Now we're using my ridiculously ultra-wide camera. Might be a macro lens. I think it's a macro lens. I can't remember. Honestly, this video quality does not look great. Although that might just be my computer monitor being very low quality. Here, let me check my resolution real quick. Interesting, because this is a full 1080p monitor. Why does it still think it's connected to a Dell monitor? And this is very much an Asus, and that is the Dell monitor that is over there, even though it is not connected to my computer, as you can see. It was connected to that at one point. That is concerning, but I guess we can deal with it. I need a camera stand. So let's hit the play button. Something that I will never have for my YouTube channel. If that turns out to be ironic, I am going to kill myself. Just joking, guys. I would never do such a thing. What the hell? Reinstalling the Dude. That is no good. Running install script. I mean, it didn't kill itself. On Windows 10, I did run... run on an optical hard drive, GTA 5 Legacy. So if this does not work, that definitely will. Oh, we have Rockstar. Which this probably just means I'm gonna have to sign in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sign in. I will be back. We are now installing this. And I have also realized the light on my monitor makes this look horrible. I will be right back. That looks slightly better. I'm not using my main monitor due to the fact that my main monitor does not... it does not have HDMI. This one does not have DisplayPort. Nor does that graphics card. Yet again, the graphics card that came in the computer that is older, I just hit my monitor, has DisplayPort, as you can see, and HDMI, and 2 DVI. I think that is dual link DVI. Oh, it's done. Please close to exit Rockstar Games Launcher. Okay. Let's see what happens. I just realized this video is going to be a lot longer than it needs to be. Please feel free to skip through it, and I'm not going to have timestamps, because I'm too lazy to do such a thing. And I'm going to just do bare minimum editing, because I have to get this video out tonight. It is... yeah. If I don't get it out tonight, it'll be tomorrow. Let me play the waiting game and pause this. You guys will see it when it is finished getting into the game. As in the loading screen. When I said gets into the computer, I really didn't mean, like, immediately. It's probably been, what, 10 minutes in the final video since that started. But I'm gonna show you right now. Also, I can only record an hour more of video on my phone. This has an EVGA 500 watt power supply. That's actually a pretty good power supply. The SSD is tucked away up in there. I do actually have the disk drive still in there, and an optical hard drive back in there. There's our 550 Ti. I had to, if you look down in there, you will see there's some of these, which these guys, I had to swap the polarity to some wires for this, so this will actually show blue when the computer's on, like it's supposed to, rather than yellow, because that, I don't know, it just bugged me. Oh, something's happening. Okay. I don't know why I'm gonna do a gaming test on this, but I just feel like it, so... I just want to prove that Windows 11 is going to just work on this, but honestly, there's not much to prove. It'll load the Microsoft Store relatively fast. I mean, the Wi-Fi is the real limitations here. It can actually multitask relatively well, too. I mean... okay, no. I can open Paint, LinkedIn... let's open Xbox. I mean, I'm not noticing slowdown, which is obviously a good thing for an old PC like this. You should be able to have multiple windows open. Realistically, I should be able to put open a bunch of Chrome tabs, but I don't feel like doing that because I don't really like Google Chrome, A, and B, I don't feel like waiting for it to install, considering that installing GTA on this thing took probably like 7 hours because my Wi-Fi shit thing sucks. Also, yeah. But look, if for everyday use, this is perfect. You got plenty of RAM. I mean, this CPU is capable still. The GPU is really what holds it back in games, I'm gonna be honest. And what holds it back particularly is the VRAM. Even if it had 2 gig, it would do so much better. I know this because I played GTA on it before. Accept all cookies. Not right now. I don't want to do that. I hope... Not the battle is. Ah, dang it. I'll see you guys when this is done. I don't feel like recording more because I'm running low on storage, and recording at 4K on my S22 Ultra takes quite a bit of storage. Oh great, another error. How nice of you. DirectX 12, feature level 12. I have feature level 11, but DirectX 12. Do I have to have DirectX 12? Or can I just say screw you and do it anyways? No. Alright, guys. It is now time. We have drivers. Time to find out if my GPU shows up. Yes. Now the bottleneck will probably straight up be... I mean, the CPU will be a secondary bottleneck. This, I'm not too worried about my DDR3 1333 MHz. What I am worried about, though, is my PCIe 2.0 bandwidth. Running just fine. I will meet you guys when I'm in the game. As in the loading screen. We're back. Something's happening. We're in GTA 5. Honestly, all the issues we've had with this PC are completely my fault. So there is that. But this is proof that Microsoft is wrong. This computer is still plenty capable. Runs Windows 11 just fine. This is just Microsoft saying, screw you, buy a new computer. Now, I do get wanting more secure hardware. But then just limit the computers to 2015. I don't see why computers that came with Windows 10 out of the factory shouldn't have Windows 11. I mean... multi-$1,000 computers from 2017 do not natively support Windows 11. Yes, you can do a registry to get into it. But Microsoft is just being idiotic. Not quite sure why it's running that high. We'll call it a day. We're loading just fine. This looks fine. This is probably what's making the loading slow. Me worrying about frame rates, for the most part, just has to do with PCIe bandwidth. Loading times, that'll have to do with RAM, which we're using half of. Not bad, not bad. See, it's going down. As I say that, it's probably going to go back up. Yeah, it did. No, now it's going down. Allow. I will be back. So this is the stand I'm going to be using for my phone. And no, that webcam is not the camera. My phone is the camera. I am leaning my phone on the webcam. And I do not have a screen protector on my S22 Ultra, so if things go wrong, this is a complete catastrophe, and... yeah. Cool. Doing more modifications. I don't think this is going to be ideal for me, but it might work for you. Power supply, power supply. I think one of these might be modified. Nah, the modified one's over there. Yeah, we're gonna try it. Okay, that works. Call it a day. If my phone falls on the floor, we're all screwed. Nah, just me. Do not care. We're going to see how long this takes to get in. Story. Resume story. Should I? Yeah, I think we'll just keep... Oof. Well, no, because then I'll have to do the startup. Yeah. Well, I also need to set up settings. You will now enter GTA 5 story mode. Okay, let me adjust your viewing angle just a little bit. Yeah, now you guys are more likely to be able to actually read this stuff. But also I have a lot less keyboard space now for my hand, but who cares? You know, I made a custom stand for my phone that actually works. For the most part. It looks like crap, though, and I don't have a capture card because I am broke. Yeah, you can clearly see as a bunch of achievements just showed up. I have yet to play GTA 5 story mode in Enhanced. Should I have played Legacy? Yes, I would have, but I didn't feel like spending 7 hours to reinstall it when I'm kind of in a time crunch right now. And yes, in real time, this is loading in real time. I am not speaking over nothing. I have zero plan on doing such a thing. And I am going to unplug that loud fan in the case. Now I just have to keep the side panel off. We're going to switch to Franklin. Let's see how long this takes. Not long. Not bad, not bad. Our graphics are not great. I'd like to find out what are... Not bad. Actually, I can probably... This is really not bad so far. Settings. Graphics. Frame limit. No. VSync kind of sucks. Yet again, it kind of makes sense to have on this. We're gonna do maximum ray tracing. Alright, let's see what happens. We are on maximum graphics settings for GTA 5. I am curious what my CPU is running at. That's not bad. And remember, this is GTA 5 Enhanced. This isn't particularly great, but it also isn't particularly good. I mean, that wasn't bad. Of course, now I'm gonna have to go beat up the police or something. Oops. I never really played this game on keyboard and mouse, to be honest, so I'm kind of trying to remember controls. What exactly was... That's Q. X, Alt. That's that. You know what? Guys, I'm gonna have to connect the controller for my own sake. I don't have enough keyboard space. I'll be back. Alright, if you've watched any of my older videos on YouTube, you will know that I like BeamNG. I am not even gonna try to run BeamNG on this PC, because it is not going to run. My frame rate here clearly isn't great, but I mean, this is totally playable. Although at this point, this might actually be my GPU topping out, because I'm running ray tracing. And the 6650 obviously is not a great GPU for ray tracing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go just very high without ray tracing. That did not save. Very high without ray tracing. That should work. Yeah, this is good. Now the question is, what happens when I get a wanted level? What happens when I get a bunch of police on me? So let's go ahead and blow this car up and get a bunch of police on me. Get wanted. See if that puts more stress on the CPU and starts lagging my computer. So far, I could actually use this for gaming. Of course, GTA 5 is not the most intensive games. I would have to test games like Forza Horizon 5. At this point, this is turning into more of a curiosity thing, so I'm probably going to split this video in two halves, which you're probably hearing this in part 2, honestly. Because or an extended version, where I show actually everything I did, but again, this is too much for the main video, because this is obviously going off topic, and so far, we've had absolutely zero performance drop. We're still doing good. I'm crashing into stuff, trying to get the physics engine working. Go on. Alright, I'm gonna start blowing stuff up. And shooting stuff. I'm gonna blow my car up too. Just for the sake of it. Alright. Yeah, that just does not even lag my game. Hit that guy. Miss a bunch of shots, get shot in the head. Again, there's just no lag. This is actually pretty dang good. Well, I guess it's time for the next game. Of course, I don't feel like playing CS2 because I know this thing will absolutely smash CS2.